You are now listening to the Gospel of Alex. Alex, drop those scriptures.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And I got asked a really good question by one of my subscribers, so I wanted to answer it on video because it's a very good relationship question that I think can help a lot of young men and young women out when they're in the building phase of their relationships. Okay, really quick before I answer it, I just want to let you guys know my email is alexandshamshow@gmail.com. Again, that's alexandshamshow@gmail.com, and the email's in the description. If you have any question you want to ask me for me to answer in video format, you can send it to that email. Also, if you want to talk a little bit more privately, one-on-one with me, talk about your specific situation or what you got going on without it being public information, you can book a consultation through that same email. And then last but not least, I do work in wealth management. I am a financial consultant in real life. So if you like to talk about some investments, some budgeting, the job market, just different ways to get your money up, you can book a consultation for that through the same email that's at the link in the description. So with that being said, let's get it straight into it. He says, "Hey Alex, I'm having a bit of a dilemma and I was wondering if you could help me out. My girlfriend of about a year and a half has recently become pregnant." Congratulations, man. First of all, I want to start this video off by saying congratulations, because if it's one thing I realized about YouTube, y'all like to ask multiple content creators the same question. Because I got asked a very specific question probably like 8 months ago. It was very specific. I seen another content creator answer that exact same question. So I knew it was the same dude who asked us both that question. And the other content creator gave him terrible advice, in my opinion. So hopefully he listened to me, because that advice was awful. But I just want to say, if this is going to be another one of those situations and you're asking a bunch of people this question, I'm probably going to be the only one to tell you congratulations. Everybody else is going to act like you getting a woman pregnant, which you know is how we repopulate the planet, which is how we stay alive as human beings, which is our natural biological functions. They're going to act like you just ruined your life. All right? I don't think it's that serious, and from what I'm able to gather from the emails, it seems like you have it pretty much together, and she kind of does too. So I'm going to actually wish you guys good luck. But with that being said, let's get into the rest of the email. She recently expressed a desire for us to live together since we're going to have a newborn. That makes sense. But my dilemma came with this. We had a meeting about what it would look like when we decided to live together. She suggested that I move in with her since I only have a 1-bedroom and she has a 2-bedroom apartment. That's fine, but the problem is she's suggesting that I cover the rent. She says since I make some more money than her, about $10,000 more than she does, that I should cover the rent. She'll cover the electric bill, the cable bill, and our phone bills, and then we'll each take care of our own phone notes. And then whatever we have left over, we'll use to save towards buying a house. A lot of people have told me never to move in with a woman and it's giving up too much leverage. However, I do think her reasoning for wanting to move in makes sense, but I don't really agree with the arrangement. What do you think about the arrangement, and how would you word it to her if you don't agree with it? Okay. So let me say this. First of all, I do think it makes sense that she wants y'all to move in together, because, I mean, who the hell wants to be at home by themselves with a newborn? I mean, that's completely logical. And when you're dealing with a baby, it's not like you're dealing with like a toddler or a child or a teenager or anything like that, right? Those of you who've been subscribed to the channel knows that I don't like packing up kids and sending them back and forth between houses, even if they are older. But at least it's feasible if they're older. You're not going to take a newborn in the heat of the summer or the cold of the winter and pack up the newborn and have one crib at your house and one crib at her house and a set of diapers at your house and a set of diapers at her house, and you coming to get the newborn on weekends and she's got the newborn. That's not going to work with a newborn. So I completely understand her wanting y'all to live together, and I'm happy that you immediately understood that and you were okay with that. Now the arrangement, I understand where you're coming from. God damn, them birds is loud. They wasn't saying nothing until I started making the video. Now you want to chirp all day. She don't like you, bro. That's not going to get you the pussy. It's like, nah. But let me get back to the video and stop messing around. Anyways, so I'm glad you did the mature thing. You were like, okay, that makes sense. Let's see what that looks like. The arrangement she's setting up, I'm not gonna lie to you, I can see that why that's alarming to you. First of all, I would say it's weird that she has a 2-bedroom apartment if it's just her living in it. But I also know women, so it's not weird. Because when you know women do too much. They can't. Men naturally, generally, right? Especially when it comes to our living spaces, we get just enough that we need most of the time. I tend to get a little bit more than I need, but most of the time men get just what they need. So if it's just one of us, we're going to have a 1-bedroom, we're going to have a kitchen, maybe a washer and dryer unit, and a living room, and that's it. We're good. Women like the finer things in life. So a woman will live by herself and get a 2-bedroom place anyway because she wants to have a guest room, right? And then she has to have like a island for her to cook on, and then a backsplash in the kitchen. And then as men, we might want a deck because I like to be outside. I'm outside right now, but a woman's gonna want like 3 decks and fence and just all types of extra stuff because that's just how they are. So I'm not gonna question why she has a 2-bedroom, and I'm not gonna question the logic of since I have a 2-bedroom and you have a 1-bedroom. Okay, it will make more sense for you to just come here. We'll turn the 2nd bedroom into the baby's room. The only problem with this arrangement that I see she just tried to sneak in there is that she wants you to pay all of the bills. Bruh, man, I cannot co-sign on that arrangement for you. I just can't do it. I can't set you up like that as another man in good faith. All right? That arrangement has to be fixed because the problem is, one, you're already moving into her place, right? So you're already giving up a lot of leverage. Because women are hormonal and, she might go through postpartum depression. We don't know what's going to happen, right? So if she snaps out on you and decides she wants you to leave, you're already putting yourself at a disadvantage by moving into her place. What you cannot do is move into her place and cover her rent. That's too much, man. That's too much. That's too much. If you're going to compromise by moving into her place, then she needs to compromise with you by splitting the bills 50-50. I get what she's trying to say when she's like, okay, I'll handle like the electricity bill, I'll handle the what else did she say? Cable, I believe she said she'll handle the cable bill, and I guess she'll pay for both of y'all phones and y'all handle your own car notes, right? So it doesn't seem like a girl that's a bum. If she has a 2-bedroom apartment right now, she's got her own vehicle right now, like she's got her own stuff. It doesn't seem like a girl who's a bum. Obviously, y'all been together for a year and a half, so it must be rocking pretty well. But financial situations get different when you're living together. And the fact that she immediately went to, since you make more money than me, you should, which honestly, as a financial consultant, if you make $10,000 more than her after taxes, that's nothing. That's like an extra $5,000. It doesn't stretch very far. It damn sure doesn't stretch far enough for you to pay her whole rent. Because if she's in a 2-bedroom and you in a 1-bedroom, I know her rent is more than yours. By probably about that amount. So she's basically taking all your excess cash. So if you go 50-50 with her and she snaps out, you could basically take the other half of that money you would have been using to pay the rest of the rent and just get you another place. But if you pay all her bills and then you're still paying your car note and stuff, and then she's saying that y'all could take the excess money and save for a house, but at that point she has most of the excess money. It's too much. It's too one-sided. It's just not a good deal. It's not a good arrangement for you. Now, I'm not mad at Shorty, but it's not a good arrangement for you. Now, as far as how you word this to her, this is the part where you need to listen very carefully because this could go bad if you don't word it the right way. This is what you need to say. You need to offer her 2 options. This is what I would do if I was you. Option number 1, I'll move into your place. We'll go 50-50, and then we'll just save whatever else we have to buy us a house together, right? And now you also got to think of, is this a woman you plan on marrying? Because she's talking about buying a house. She's keeping your baby. You don't seem bothered by the fact she's keeping your baby. So this is a woman you're thinking about marrying, then yeah, that should be the arrangement, and the next step should be buying a house, all right? I hope this is a woman you're thinking about getting married to. It seems like that's the way y'all are headed. Again, I'm happy for y'all, right? Don't let this become a big deal and blow up your whole relationship. I think it's something that definitely can be worked through. So you can come there, y'all can split everything 50-50. In my opinion, she should be happy with that. Because you're taking a chance moving into a place, you have no stake in this place, okay? Every time the rent gets paid, it helps her rental history, not yours. Her name's on that lease, not you. And like I said, she could flip out at any time. And you will be the one to have to scramble and try to find somewhere to go. So 50-50 helps her. That's more help than she's getting right now. So it's still putting more money in her pocket. She should be okay with that arrangement. All right? If she's not okay with that arrangement, that's why we have two options. This is the second option you offer her. The second option is you go out and you find a 2-bedroom for your family. You pay for it, but it's in your name. She moves in and you have the extra room for the baby. That way, if anything goes wrong, you can send her on her way and you're not as vulnerable. Everything in a listen, guys, this is the big thing we watch my channel. Relationships are a business. The people who are successful understand the business that goes into it. Yes, love is a part of it. All right, having fun together and flirting and having great sex and being in love and being vulnerable with each other and sharing stuff, that's a part of it. But you got to handle the business part of it first. You have to handle the business part of it as well. All right? So if she wants you to pay all the bills, right, your caveat that comes with that needs to be, then it needs to be in an apartment or a house that's in my name. All right? So you can move into my house. I'll get a 2-bedroom for you and the baby, right? And you can move into my house, and then you can pay those same bills, the electric bill, the cable bill, and the cell phone bill, and then we'll stack money to buy a house, right? Or I can move into your situation, but if I move into your situation, we're splitting everything down the middle 50-50. That's how you handle that situation, but you cannot move in with a woman. Listen, ladies, I love y'all to death. Women are too emotionally volatile for you to move in with her and pay all her bills. You cannot give her that much leverage. All right? So if you're going to give her the leverage of, I'm going to be doing the majority of carrying the finances, then everything needs to be in my name. So that way, if you start acting up, at least I'm building up my rental history. At least I'm building up my credit. I'm building up my own stuff. I'm not building you up. So if you decide to act up and leave, it's okay, right? Because I've been building myself up versus building your stuff up. But if I'm going to come in your situation, the only way that benefits me is if it's 50-50. Because that's putting way more money into my pocket. It's also putting money into your pocket. So it's not selfish because it's putting more money into her pocket too because she's paying all her bills by herself right now. And I have leverage because if things go sideways, I can take that 50% of money, right? And I can just use it to get another place. Versus being broke as hell because I'm paying all your damn bills and now all of a sudden you kicking me out and I ain't got nowhere to go. You have to have some type of leverage. So that's how I would word it to her, my man. I don't think this is a big deal. I don't think I'll need to break up. I don't think it's that serious. What you need to tell her is, if you want me to pay for everything, I'm going to get the 2-bedroom. You can move in with me. If you want me to just move into where you're at, you're comfortable with where you're at, you don't want to leave where you're at, I'm willing to do that, but I'm not willing to go above 50-50 to do that. All right, and you say it to her just like that because everything's in your name. Because what she's probably going to try to say also, I want to forewarn you for this. She's probably going to say, well, I can go to the leasing office and add your name to the lease. Don't do that because, number one, even if she goes to the leasing office and adds your name to the lease, it's still her lease. All she's really doing, this is one of the biggest trick bag women use to take advantage of men because a lot of you dudes don't pay enough attention to how stuff works. So what she's going to do is she's going to go to the leasing office and say there's someone living with me. So they're going to put you on the lease as in you live there. But the lease is still not in your name. It's still not going to affect your rental history. It's not going to help you get another place. You get what I'm saying? So, no. The only way your name can actually go on that lease is if her lease expires, right? And then y'all renew it, both of you together. Or if you're going to go and sit at the leasing office with her and make sure that it's actually an apartment under both of your names. But me personally, I wouldn't even go that route. That's too much. Tell her to pick one or the other. We can go 50-50. I can move in your place, right? Or I can go and get a 2-bedroom and you can come and move in with me. But do not under any circumstances move into her spot where everything's in her name and just start paying her bills. Nah, brother. You can't do that. Now, once y'all married, it's different. All right? It's different. At that point, you can go ahead and do that. But as long as y'all are separate, you can't do that. The only way you could be paying the majority of the bills is if everything is in your name. You cannot be paying the majority of her bills. All right? That can go bad very, 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 very quickly. So I cannot in good faith tell you to do that, my man. All right? So that's how you handle that situation. I guarantee you if you word it exactly the way I said it, it's not going to be no argument. It's not going to blow up. She's probably going to understand it, and she's just going to pick one or the other. It's not a big deal. Now, if she does get mad, I'm going to be real with you. It doesn't really make sense for a woman who wants the man to pay the bills to get mad that he says, okay, I'm just going to get us a 2-bedroom in my name. It doesn't make sense to get mad about that. Now, if she gets mad about that, you got to be a little bit worried, brother, because if she gets mad about that, that's going to make me think she's in a financial bind and she's trying to use you to get out of that financial bind. I don't want to start there, right? That's why I'm saying this at the end of the video. The best gems come for those who stay to the end. But if she has a problem with that arrangement, the only way I could really see someone having a problem with that arrangement is if they're already in a financial bind. And her plan was to basically cohort you into paying her rent to get her out of the financial bind that she's already in. Otherwise, she should have no problem with you saying, I'm going to find us a 2-bedroom. I don't mind paying the bills, but I would just feel more comfortable if the place was in my name if I was going to do that. And then we could save for a house. We could buy a house together. We could get married, picket fence, do the whole thing. So that's how I would handle it, all right? Trust me, if she's the same woman who's not lying or trying to get over, she's not going to have no problem with you handling it like that, all right? So that's how I would do it. Again, congratulations, my man. Do not flip on Shorty. I'm happy for y'all. She seems like she has a good head on her shoulders. Just try to work it out, man. Try to work it out. That's the best way I could put it for you, and that should cause no issues, all right? All right, y'all. That's my thoughts on that. I am Alex, and I am out. Peace.